It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 119. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host Noelle Herzog.
Hi, Tracey.
Hi, Noelle. How are you? We're here to talk about Happily Ever After Season 6, Episode 2.
All right.
Oh, I'm so excited about that. If you guys want to hear more of us, you can go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast for over 200 bonus episodes. And also, don't forget, Catfish Trash Talk.
Tracey, I'm like so excited for this.
Catfish Trash Talk is May 10th, which is today.
Yes.
Yeah. It's here.
It's here.
Just saying. Just
It's
throwing
here.
it out there.
It's here.
Catfish Trash Talk. It's not on Patreon. It's just a regular podcast.
Yes. So many people have been asking. It's like, no, it's just going to be a regular podcast.
Just regs. Just reggy poo. Let's jump right into the season 6, episode 2. We're going to start off with Angela and Michael.
Okay. I'm ready.
I like that she really very carefully chooses what she's going to bring for her surgery. And most of it is just fashion jewelry.
She loves jewelry.
She loves fashion jewelry. She loves wish.com. She loves a good flea market find.
I like a flea market find.
Noelle.
Yeah.
How many infections in her ear holes do you think she has?
Okay. I was thinking about that too. And like, I'm not going to get into detail. Someone in my family had a very bad ear hole infection. And it scarred me for life.
Really?
The thing she squeezed, Aunt Pat, the thing she squeezed out of her ear. I was like 6 watching this. She was doing it in the bathroom mirror. And I was like, what is happening?
I got to tell you, I hate that, but I also love that story.
No, I know. It looked like there was tapeworms coming out of her ear hole.
My God. I'm just saying, if I wore those rusty $1 earrings, my earlobes would fall off.
Yeah, I have very allergic-y holes in my ears.
I know. So she's bringing all this fashion jewelry for her surgery. It's going to look dazzling on her while she's laying in a hospital bed. Does she what is...
Listen, she's living the high life in Beverly Hills beforehand.
I see this, and she just brought her best wardrobe. She's very nervous, but she did dress in her sherbet rainbow shirt that is open in the front.
Okay, I'm watching her, and I'm like, why doesn't she have on an undershirt? I would wear an undershirt with that.
I would just wouldn't wear that shirt.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't wear that shirt. I would eat the sherbet, though.
It would encourage you to buy some sherbet.
Love sherbet.
I tried to encourage you the other day to buy some rainbow sherbet.
So I was in Key Food yesterday. It was on sale. And I was like, Tracey said I should buy this, but I don't know if this tub will fit in my freezer.
You need to start eating out of your freezer so that you can start adding.
Eating sherbet?
Eating sherbet. You could be a sherbet eater. I do wonder sometimes why sherbet only comes in that big tub and there's no like individual sherbet, maybe a pint of sherbet.
Like a Haagen-Dazs size sherbet.
Right, pint.
Yes.
Yeah. I like how you you don't use the metric system and you just use the Haagen-Dazs system.
I do. It's like, it's about the size of a Hershey bar, you know?
That is who you are. So now she goes in for a consultation, just dressed in her finest. And she goes in and she's like, hi, I'm Angela. And they bleep out her last name. Like, we can't find.
Like, I don't follow her on Instagram. Like her name is there.
That's what we're bleeping out.
I know. It's like, there's so much more you could be bleeping out.
So she's playing with the implants, which I got to tell you, I would also have been doing.
Me too.
Absolutely 100%. Love to feel a good implant. And she said that she did smoke immediately before she went into the building.
She smoked 4 times.
She smoked 4 times. It's like, you got off the plane 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, she's wilding out.
Okay, so now we meet Natasha, who's her surgical coordinator. Natasha's face looks like it is made of patchwork bologna.
Natasha looks like she has just forever smelled something bad.
She is made of clay. Just like scrapple.
She has on a tube top.
Noelle, she does not have on a tube top. She has on a bralette.
In a blazer.
You wish that was a tube top. That is not a tube top. That is an entire 80s bikini top.
Yeah.
With the twist in the front. It's a bandeau with a twist in the front and it's ruched. And it's also bologna colored.
It is bologna colored. She's very bologna-esque.
She's very bologna-esque. She's
bologna forward. Oh man, I want bologna. I love bologna. It's bologna sized. That'll be my new metric system.
Oh, great. Like, the size of a bologna sliced.
But not beef bologna.
No.
That's larger.
Is it?
Yeah, beef bologna's bigger than regular bologna.
That's great. Okay. I like that there's a regular bologna.
There's like a pork and snout bologna, and then there's a beef bologna.
Great. Do you know how many people have already turned this podcast off because of the ear infection and the bologna?
But bologna's delicious. Ear infection's not delicious.
Okay, well, depends on who you ask. All right. So speaking of ear infection, we see these beautiful earrings. They're cascading.
But what do they
neck.
say? They say something, right?
I think they say finesse.
Really?
Yes, I paused it many times. If you think that I'm wrong, it's fine. I totally accept it. I want to know what you think it says. Make sure you come over to the Facebook group 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk Podcast on Facebook. Feel free to correct me because I think it's like, how many times I had to pause it?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what it said. I'm like, what do these things say?
I think it says finesse.
Okay.
Okay, so now she is she's talking to the doctor and she's saying that her breasts are very heavy. And he says, this is a quote, "I think your boobs are heavier because you have a pack of cigarettes in them."
Burn.
Literal burn, because then she's like, "I also have a lighter."
It's like, what do you think? Natasha is not very happy about this. The cray cracked. The
bologna flew off her face. This doctor is very serious. And they told her, like, you can't have these, give me these cigarettes. And they took her cigarettes. Like, what is that going to do?
Well, here's the thing, right? This is what I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah.
So it's the day before surgery.
Okay. So
what does it matter, right?
Okay, so here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So she also tells him that she needs her Coke and her smokes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So she's very scared.
Sure. I would be too.
And they're telling her like she did not do the things that she needed to do for the surgery.
Yes. She didn't do the things she needed to do for the surgery. She won't be healing correctly. She hasn't been having her liquid diet.
Okay, but they 100% go ahead with the surgery.
That's what I don't understand. So it's like, she's doing these wrong things. Wouldn't you put it off a little bit or something? Wouldn't you say like, okay, well, we're going to have to reschedule because you've been smoking or because you have sausage in your guts?
No.
Yeah.
No, they do not reschedule it. They're like,
I couldn't believe this.
They're telling her how she's basically going to die.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And they're like, all right, well, whatever.
They're like, well, it wasn't good what you did. Like, we're just going to have to see what happens now.
Yeah. They're like, let's see how this plays out. This might be fun.
Oh, man.
This might be a fun case study.
Yeah.
So now the doctor tells her that he's going to have another doctor come in.
Right.
Because he's also going to talk about the skin removal. Is this not putting the cart before the horse a little bit?
Yeah, of course. But how has nobody even discussed this before, though?
She's like, I didn't know I was going to have loose skin.
What did you think?
Did you think it was going to fold inside of your body?
Bounce back. Fold inside of your
like
body.
What?
Uh-huh.
Did you think you were going to tie it with a scrunchie? So now this doctor comes in. This is totally staged by TLC.
Of course it is.
The doctor comes in. He's from Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing some kind of traditional outfit.
Yes. And jeans.
He comes in. She tells him that he smells good.
Mm-hmm. It's like, here we go.
She's hitting on him all the way.
Okay, but it was like really uncomfortable to watch.
Really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, and also his name is Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if Michael did this?
Right. She would wipe the floor with him. She would flip out.
There would be an attack on Nigeria.
Yes. And it's like, okay, so Michael could not even speak to the translator that Angela hired. Remember, she like flipped out.
But she's going to throw herself at this doctor who's like trying not even to look at her in her face.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, she doesn't appeal to me. I don't like the way she acts at all.
No, it's very, very bad. Okay. So now, he said that he's going to examine her breasts.
Right. Mm-hmm. And she's basically like excited for this.
She's very excited. She's very nervous because she thinks that like this is like she thinks she's on a date.
Right. It's not the same as like being felt up.
He's going to medically fondle her.
Right. Okay. She said that. And I'm like, what does she mean? And I was like, oh, wait, I get it. It took me a second.
Okay. So now he says, don't worry. When I leave this room, I won't even remember. He's saying, like, I'm not looking at you like that.
Right. Like,
And
you're a
she
patient.
said, okay, but she said something really funny.
What you want? Oh, aren't these beautiful? Is that
She
what
goes,
said that?
you're going to remember these.
Which she's not wrong.
He's not wrong. So now he's going to do a breast lift while she gets her gastric sleeve surgery.
Right. But I get the feeling that nobody spoke about this before. This is a new surgery we're tacking on.
We're going to tack on this new surgery. Also, after you lose, like, I understand that they're doing a lift and everything, but after you lose 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Even after a lift, don't you think the boobs are going to be a little bit?
Yes.
Like, I really think that this is a little premature.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's so random because it's like, oh, we're going to take out your wisdom teeth and give you a rhinoplasty at the same time. It's like, wait, what? How did this happen?
We're going to do a pap smear, but also
we're going to give you a baby.
Also, we're going to do a C-section.
You're not even pregnant.
We're just going to see what's in there. We're just going to cut it open. Just like, do a little, we're going to do an exploratory C-section. We're also going to give you hair plugs.
Right. It's just none of this makes sense.
Oh my God. Okay. Also, this is so funny what he said. So he said, he's explaining to her that like, it's not like when he's looking at a body and when a plastic surgeon's looking at a body, they're not looking at you going like, is this good looking? Is this attractive? They're literally going off of ratios.
Sure.
They're going off of measurements. Like, that's it.
Right. It has nothing to do with fat, skinny.
No. They're literally going off of proportions.
Yes.
And he was saying like, that your breasts are not proportionate to your body.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
And
like her bra straps are digging in.
Right. There's obviously a problem.
Yes.
And he says, this is a quote from the doctor, you can find better clothes to wear.
Okay. I LOL'd. When he said
but
this.
also that's just something that she could do in general.
Yes. You think?
It has nothing to do with the surgery and then the bonus surgery.
Yes. Right. The bonus surgery. I don't get it. Imagine, I can't wait to see like what happens afterwards. What does she come out with? Like, what are all the extras that we're tacking on the accoutrement?
They're like, oh my God, she has 6 fingers on each hand now. She's like, whatever. It was only $25 more. So I was like, whatever.
I figured while I'm here.
Oh my God, her knees are just so replaced. It's true though. It's very true. And I got to tell you, we learned so much about what smoking does before a surgery. And
I had no idea.
Oh my God. It makes me so scared for everyone that's smoking. And I really think that it's 2021. You got to get rid of your cigarettes. You have to unplug your vape. You have to throw out your dip and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges.
Yum.
Lucy is a nicotine company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck. So Lucy has a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors. So it's wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. And then they also have a lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine in a cherry ice flavor that Noelle loves.
I love cherry ice.
Each and every flavor actually tastes really good. It's convenient and discreet. You can enjoy this product anywhere. You could do it on flights. You could do it while you're getting a breast exam. You could do it while you're making a doctor uncomfortable. You could probably like anytime. You could do it in an Uber as you're screaming at the poor Uber woman with no mask on. You could do whatever you want. This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple, and you don't have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down. 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk listeners, go to lucy.co and use promo code 90dayfiance to get 20% off all products on your first order, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co and use promo code 90dayfiance at checkout. Also, I have to give this disclaimer. Okay. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. So that's lucy.co. And be sure to use that promo code 90dayfiance.
Awesome.
I think this is really going to be beneficial to so many people.
Well, I'll tell you, even when I got my wisdom teeth out, they were like, you cannot smoke afterwards. And I did not understand why.
Right. And well, it's
Mhm.
also because I don't want to say why, but it definitely hinders the healing, the sucking.
Right. I didn't know that.
Yes, a lot of
Mhm.
things do. Now, speaking of addiction, let's
Mhm.
talk about Tiffany and Ronald.
I'm upset. I don't want to talk about Tiffany. I'm
I
upset
do, because I
that she's
can't wait to
here.
hear. I know, but I can't wait to hear what you think about this.
Okay.
All right, so she's doing a blush tutorial
Yes. Mhm.
on video.
I mean, listen, her makeup is always flawless.
Very
This is the
flawless.
truth. Mhm.
So, and Carly is just running amok.
But like she told Carly to do that.
Of course. So now
Mhm.
she was 18 when she had Daniel. I don't know. Did we ever see pictures of her when she was 18 before?
Never.
Okay, because she was emo screamo.
But that's the thing. Like she's listening to like, red jumpsuit apparatus in these pictures,
That is a very specific band. Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I didn't know she was so emo.
She was so emo screamo. She had all of the bangs. It was all of the face
all the way
framing.
from the back to the front, like Justin Bieber hair.
Yeah, she combed her hair from scalp to forehead.
Yes.
Okay, so this is something that we did know, but I feel like we don't bring it up enough. She didn't know she was pregnant. She said that she was.
You're lying. Okay, sorry.
She said she was thin. She said she got her period every month, and she said she didn't know
And
until
then she had a poop and she had a baby. Right.
Mm.
It's just not true.
Okay, but I want to see pictures of her when she didn't know she was 9 months pregnant.
Thank you.
She
knew she was pregnant. I have a friend who did the same thing. You knew you were pregnant. You knew, you just didn't want to know.
Okay. Well, she when she was 27, she went to South Africa and she met Ronald.
Right.
And she met him and she thought his hair was stupid. And I'm like, oh, come on, Tiffany. And then you see a picture of Ronald and you're like, wait a minute. Is this 1997?
He had frosted tips.
But then also after I feel like what they did was they tried to balance it out. They're like, we can't show this picture of Ronald and not show emo screamo Tiffany.
Well, that's true.
And also, if we're going to show emo screamo Tiffany, we have to do justice to Ronald.
Ronald, he's not bad looking. He's
No.
not a bad looking guy, but these pictures aren't very good.
So his hair is spiked with highlights.
Yes,
he has
very
frosted
funny.
tips.
Mhm.
And he proposed after 6 months.
Mhm.
And he couldn't get his K1. They didn't want to apply because of his history with the law.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
So now they're fighting about money constantly. And then she gets pregnant and she leaves immediately as soon as she finds out she's pregnant.
But she was
leaves South
trying to get
Africa.
pregnant. That's what pisses me off about her. She's just such a liar.
Well, when Carly was 3 months old,
Mhm.
they go back to South Africa so she could meet her father.
Right.
And he really kind of didn't want to come to the US. Now, here's the thing. Did we ever see this footage before?
No.
Because they
Mm-mm.
made it like they were just taking old clips. Like, I don't even know what this is from. Maybe it
No, there
from
was
some-
like new footage I've never seen.
Okay,
Mhm.
so they're fighting. He doesn't want to come to the US. And
Mhm.
he's like, well, my daughter is going to live here with or without you. Okay, well, I have bad news for you, buddy.
Yeah. That's not going to happen.
You'll never get custody.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Also, your daughter is an American citizen.
Right. You're going to just take her. I think it's kind of funny when, and I don't mean to sound mean with this, but like,
Mhm.
did you really think, like, I love these dads that like have nothing going on in their lives.
Right.
And they're like, I'm
Mhm.
going to have full custody. And it's like, how exactly are you going to have full custody? Like, there's nothing wrong with Tiffany.
Oh, okay. Not only is there nothing wrong with Tiffany, she has another child whom she raised on her own.
Right.
Obviously, she's capable. It's not like she doesn't have an income. She's not a drug addict. And it's very hard for a mother to lose custody.
Yeah, this is not, I don't know. This is not going
Right.
well for him. So they apply for the CR1 visa, which is the spousal visa. Now, did she cut her bangs just a touch too short?
Yes.
Okay, just
Mhm.
checking. He's in South Africa. She's not.
Mhm.
Her breasts are outside of her shirt.
But she is like all the way boobs and shoulders this whole episode.
Boobs, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Do you live in my head?
Is that
'Cause
what you were
that's what I
singing?
was singing in my head.
Well,
I don't know why. It's so crazy. We share a brain, and I'm not even lying when I say
don't
it.
lie. Please don't
No,
lie.
I won't lie. I promise.
Thank you so much. So she hasn't seen him in 8 months, and
Mhm.
she just keeps complaining that she's all alone. So I got to tell you a secret.
What?
She left South Africa.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. You left South Africa alone.
Mhm.
And then you're like, I'm alone.
So you moved to South Africa with your son. which is fine for Ronald. Ronald's a great father figure. You didn't realize it was kind of dangerous there.
Okay, but why
You got
not? Because you
there.
met him there.
Right. That's the thing. So
Also,
you got there.
Google.com, there's like a lot of.
You decided I'm still going to marry him. Can't trust him with money.
Okay.
I'm going to purposely get pregnant and it's scary here.
Okay.
So you are digging your own grave.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for you.
I don't feel bad for her.
Also, he's not emotionally supportive and he doesn't give her $1.
Yeah, I mean, gross.
So she
That's
goes to a lawyer.
gross.
Yeah, but I mean, you married him. Like, you didn't talk to him about this. You didn't have an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So now she goes to a lawyer. She wants a divorce, but he doesn't know. So she's crying at the lawyer and
She's crying at him.
she's literally crying at the lawyer. And,
Yeah.
And she's like, also in a few months, he should be able to come here because his visa will probably get approved.
So why
and
are you
he-
crying?
He's like, all right. So I think this is more like therapist than lawyer.
Yes, which he's so right.
He's like, I can't, like, you're not supposed to come here and cry. Like, I can't help you. You just have to tell me I would like this lawsuit filed.
Right.
Yes or no? Also, she's been paying for him too. She's supporting him financially.
But I feel like she's always done this and now it's a problem.
Well, now we see the most overproduced dramatic motorcycle scene.
But why are they doing this? What is with the music?
I feel like HBO has partnered with 90 Day Fiance to do some
Yes.
intros here.
Yes.
Okay. So now Ronald
Yeah.
is basically in a biker gang, right? This is how they
Mhm.
portray it. Like, this is
Yes.
like the beginning of Sons of Anarchy.
It is.
And he walks into this place that I think is going to
Mhm.
be like a double down saloon.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's a toy store.
It's like, oh.
And
this
he
is
just
what- wasn't
he
what I
buys a stuffed
expected.
animal. That's it.
I really like that elephant. It was
Well,
very cute.
I mean, did you think his card was going to get declined or not?
Okay, for a second, almost.
Okay. Then also he tells a story about how the first night he met her, he held in a fart for a very long time.
Yeah, I feel like that's what all guys do.
Yes.
It's
So now
like a rite of passage on a date.
he thinks that when he gets approved, he's going to come to the US.
Right. But it's like, I don't know. Does he want to? Does he not want to? She's making it like he doesn't want to, but he kind of seems like he
Okay.
wants to.
It's like, who told you he doesn't want to? Because he didn't seem to say he didn't want to. You seem
Right.
to say that he didn't want to, that you didn't
Right.
want him to want to.
Right. It's very confusing. I just feel like all she does is bullshit.
Yes, there's a lot of twisted stories. So now we meet his friend Rowan, who looks like he was dug very, very recently from a shallow grave.
Yes, he's not well at all.
And they both don't have jobs. So they're painting a garage.
Maybe as an odd job.
Okay, well, it's very odd because it's very odd that he doesn't have a job.
Uh-huh.
Now they're gonna Zoom and Daniel is like, Mom, he's on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel's probably like, why do I have to be the smartest one in this situation?
He is, though. Like, she's so lucky to have him.
She's
she
so
really-
lucky to have him because he raises Carly
Yeah,
as well.
she's so lucky to have him. He's a good kid.
So she's like, I can't believe that my daughter's first memories of her father will be on Zoom. Now, first of all, tell me which 8-month-old remembers
But that's what I mean.
anything?
I don't remember anything at that
Okay,
age.
also,
Mm-hmm.
you left South Africa.
Whose choice was that? Whose
You
choice?
left.
Mm-hmm.
You left. You knew he couldn't come here right away.
Right.
You
Listen,
did this.
Ariella stayed in Ethiopia, even though she was very scared to give birth there.
Just saying.
Yep.
Exactly. So he has no job. He has no job. I don't know if I mentioned he has no job.
Right. Uh-huh. Deadbeat. Right.
So she goes, oh, and by the way, I canceled the plane tickets.
Okay. This is where she lost me, though.
He thought
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to come back to South Africa and
Right.
then they're all going to go to the US when he's approved.
Right. But that seems to be the plan. Otherwise, they wouldn't have had tickets.
Nope. She canceled the tickets. She said that because she had to pay for them, but you knew you had to pay for them from the
You
beginning.
already-
Now
You
all of a
paid for them
sudden-
already.
So you had a fake tantrum in the
But
middle
that's
of
what-
nothing.
I don't understand. You paid for them. It's because she doesn't want to go. That's really what it
Yes.
is.
So
she doesn't want to go.
said, if you want us to come, you would have to pay. And he's like, well, you're being spiteful. And my currency exchange is very bad. I can never pay for that. And she's
Right.
like, you paid $3,000 to fix your bike. He's like, that's different. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah,
You
no,
paid
that's actually not different.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that first of all, get a new bike.
Get a new bike. You could buy a whole new bike. Also, I just feel like I'm on Tiffany's side. Then I'm on Ronald's side. Then
Me
I'm on
too.
Tiffany's side. And then I'm like, I just hate them both.
But also, she said that all he cares about is taking care of his motorcycle and his niece. What is
Okay.
that?
I don't know. I know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. And I got to tell you that Ronald and Tiffany are not the only people that kind of struggle with their finances.
That's the truth.
Because when it comes to paying off debt, it can often feel like an uphill battle. High interest rates resulting in minimum monthly payments keeps you in an endless cycle of debt. Upstart can help you get ahead.
Cool.
Upstart is the fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan all online. Whether it's paying off your credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart's to get simple fixed monthly payments. So the difference between Upstart and other lenders is that Upstart, they look at more than just your credit score.
Okay.
So they're looking at your income, your employment history. This means that they can offer better rates with trusted partners. So with the 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate up front for loans between $1,000 to $50,000.
Wow.
You can receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan.
That's amazing.
Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/90dayfiance. That's upstart.com/90dayfiance. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/90dayfiance. Now, speaking of money problems, let's talk about Julia and Brandon.
Tracey, I know sometimes I'm a broken record. Why are we seeing them again already so soon?
So soon. Nothing
Why
has
couldn't
happened.
we just wait a season?
I needed a second. I needed a break.
Yeah, we went straight from 40 episodes of them on the last season to
40
this.
more.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just not interested.
They're poolside in Las Vegas, and she's accusing him of looking at the waitress.
Okay, I mean, shut up.
Yes. So she said she
orders a blue Hawaiian and he orders a Long Island iced tea. Blue Hawaiian. Very big penis. Vodka, blue curacao, pineapple juice. That's how I always remembered what was in it.
Do you remember all the acronyms? So Noelle used to be a bartender school teacher, and I used to make up acronyms for her.
Oh God, I think I have them written down in my old school book. I have the book somewhere. I think I have them written down.
Oh my God, you're gonna have to pull that out soon. So we find out. I think what it is that she has a small chest.
And she's like self-conscious.
She's self-conscious about
But she's so cute and petite. Like she doesn't nothing to be self-conscious about.
Listen, it doesn't always make sense.
Yeah.
So she said that she trusts him, but not the other women. Okay, now this is what I have a problem with.
Okay.
I would respect her more if she was like, I don't trust him.
Right. What is
so you think the waitress cannot control herself?
Right. For Brandon.
She can't control herself. There's nothing she could do about it.
He's a big spender in Las Vegas.
So now he's doing a photo shoot basically of her butt in the pool.
Yeah. And then she gets mad because Betty calls.
Betty calls and introduces, interrupts.
But now she seems mad all the time when Betty's involved in anything. Like if Betty's like, good morning, and she's like, I hate her.
I know. So now Betty calls. There's a letter for her green card, and she wants to know, she's like, do you guys want the information right now? So it's an interview for her resident status.
Right.
So now they're all pretend nervous.
Right. But so this is confusing to me because this is about her, I guess, her whatever getting approved because they apply for the K-1 visa, they get married.
Right. And now she has to apply for her green card. So this is one of the interviews for that. And now they're like pretending like she might not get it.
Why would she not get it?
This is stupid. Now, also, the dress that she's wearing.
Sparkle dress.
Okay. So it's not a replica, but this is the actual dress that my Barbie wore in 1989.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yes.
It's the same size. It's the same dress.
It's very Las Vegas though. It is.
I don't know if that's Vegas. That's like a little girl in a pageant.
It just sparkles. I guess I just associate glitter and
Vegas. But it looks like a child's dress.
Yeah, that's true.
Not very Vegas of that. So she said that she could work if she gets her green card. And he's saying that he doesn't want to move to a big city, but okay, so now they get sushi. They have sushi there.
Right.
She loves sushi. She loves Vegas. She loves fire. There's fire at the place. She loves everything. She wants life like this. Yeah, it's vacation.
Right. It's, he told her this is not real life. He's all the way correct.
Okay, but if you want to move to Vegas, like if you move to Vegas, you're not moving to the Bellagio. Like,
Right.
I don't know what, like you would just live in a house or an apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just really hot, and then you go to work.
But also, it's like the first place you've seen. Like there are so many
Right.
other places. You don't even know what the big city in Virginia looks like.
You've never even been anywhere but inside of this hotel.
Exactly.
He's like, I love this restaurant. I want to live in this restaurant. I want to
It's like,
live.
okay.
I want to live in the walk-in.
Me too, though. I'd
I
like to have a
know.
connecting one with you.
Seriously, this is what we've always thought about. Okay, so now also, they can barely speak. It's way too loud in this place.
Yes.
Is he
Mhm.
drunk? Is that
Yes.
what's wrong?
He's
Okay.
drunk. Yep.
Because I'm like, he's not good at being drunk.
Because he had the Long Island iced tea, then he had a martini,
Yeah,
and
it's
then he
too
had a
much.
different drink.
Oh dear, this is
Yeah.
too much for you, Brandon. You
Mhm.
got to stick to Virginia farm drinks.
Virginia Slim drinks.
You got to stick to like a nice fresh squeezed orange juice mixed with some seltzer
Yum. Yum. I would
or
drink
some
that.
sweet tea made by Betty. He said, "Listen, maybe we can move to Richmond."
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
can I tell you?
Yeah.
Richmond's real nice.
I know it is.
And it's probably not super far from his family.
And not super expensive.
No, it's very nice. We've been to Richmond.
Yeah.
Okay. She wants to be a wedding planner. And he's like, well, you're pretty bad at English. And he said that she doesn't, quote, write or speak English. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't know about her writing skills because I've never seen a paper that she's done,
Right.
but she doesn't speak English.
See, I thought he said she didn't write or read English. See, that is way different.
Okay. I thought he said speak. She might have said read.
Okay, because he's the way he says it, I don't like it. I don't like his delivery, but I
Yes.
kind of get what he's saying.
Totally. But he's like being a jerk. but
No,
also,
he's,
like, he's
being
drunk.
a jerk. Yeah,
But
he's being a drunk
also-
jerk.
Do you think
Yeah.
that being a wedding planner during a pandemic is like really, do you think that's really the time to break into wedding planning?
Probably not. I'm thinking no.
Okay, I'm just saying. So he said that she's also going to destroy someone's wedding. Like, now we're going too far.
That's mean. He's just being mean now.
Also, no one's having a wedding to plan, so just say yes.
Right. But also, it's a battle of wills. He's also tired of hearing about he won't leave the farm. He won't leave the farm. He's obsessed with his mom. After a while, I'd be like, F you too. She's very
Right.
annoying.
She is annoying, but I would say, like, okay, well, you should get the wedding planner job.
Sure.
You should buy a house,
Mm-hmm.
and just like,
Well,
we'll see
she
what happens.
insinuates I'm going to do it with or without you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Go
But
ahead.
like, don't threaten me.
Sure.
Let's just see. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
So, he said she's not fluent in English, and he's being like pretty nasty though.
Yeah. I think
Now-
he's just drunk, but not that that's an excuse, but I'm saying I think
know.
he's drunk.
So now he asks about her sushi, and she shares it with him, and she's like, "See, I support you, not like me." So whatever. She's gonna leave. She's gonna buy a house.
She's
gonna do all the
mad.
things.
He wants her to be realistic. She says he's too realistic. It's like, okay, I don't know if that's a bad quality, but okay.
No, I think that I don't know. They have to have a better plan than this, but like maybe drunk in Vegas isn't when you like have a little chatty poo about
Yeah,
that.
I don't think this is when you make life decisions.
I think that they need better communication skills, and I've also have better communication skills, and I think that you do too, because we've been using BetterHelp online counseling.
Mhm.
It's amazing because you can use BetterHelp online counseling anywhere you are. So like if I was in Vegas
Mhm.
poolside, I can do a session with my counselor via text, via phone. I could have a video chat. I could do it on the farm. I could do
Right.
it in Richmond, Virginia. It doesn't even matter.
You don't have to wait in a waiting room.
You don't have to drive to therapy.
Ugh.
You could talk about so many things with your therapist:
Mhm.
depression, stress, anxiety, family conflicts, relationships.
Ding, ding, ding.
These are licensed professional counselors. This is not self-help. So many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/fiance. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance.
All right.
Okay, speaking of communication issues
Mm.
and high emotions, let's talk about Elizabeth and Andre.
Andre.
Okay, Noelle.
Mhm.
She's putting on makeup 2 hours before her family business meeting, dressed like she's going out on the town.
This is what she does. These are her big nights out.
Wow.
Hmm.
Dream
With her
big.
German Shepherd, they have a giant dog I didn't know about.
Yeah, don't you remember they had the big dogs and that's why they couldn't really move into like a small apartment and
Oh, I don't
yeah.
remember. Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
So he's not invited to the meeting about him.
I get it because he's just going to go there and just curse everybody out.
Right. But also like maybe he should. So he's folding the laundry.
Hmm. They're both sick. Both of their
okay.
nostrils are beet red.
100% they're both
Yeah.
sick.
Okay.
Now, also, should this just be called like, should we have a spin-off show called The Wedding in Moldova?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's
Uh-huh.
all we talk about is the wedding in Moldova. So we go to who is it, Jen's house or Becky's house?
I thought it was the
I think-
dad's house. Okay.
Oh, maybe it's the dad's house. I don't know whose house that is. Anyway, they go to the house
Mhm.
and they're going to drink champagne during this business meeting.
Yeah, it's very who is it? Becky's wearing a blazer. It's very
Noelle,
fancy.
a full long line sequin rainbow blazer.
Julia got it for her in Las Vegas.
I think she did. So Chuck gets his glass of champagne and there's a hair in it. It was his last one. It jumped off and landed in the champagne. It's like, this is how I want to die.
Jump ship.
Yeah. I can't take this. It was a piece of yarn in his glass. Who is cutting this man's head?
Someone who doesn't care about him. That's
Because I'd say hair, but it's not. They're cutting his head. So Charlie asks why they're having a meeting.
Okay, Charlie, I feel like is perpetually drunk.
Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about. So now also
Right?
Chuck is like, okay, let me explain to you what happened. And now he's going to impersonate Andre.
Didn't you know Libby would flip out? I would flip
Okay,
out
but
too.
also, why are we doing this?
To be assholes. That's
Right?
really why.
She's like, can you not? So now Jen is like, why would he get $100,000? We never even got $100,000. Okay, you definitely got $100,000. So
You got a
relax.
whole house probably, Jen.
Yes. Charlie is high/drunk
Yes.
all the time. And this is my new theory.
What?
Maybe he was not even drunk at the wedding. Maybe that's just who he is.
Yeah, I think he's just a bad person.
He's perma-sloshed.
He is. You know how I know? Because he has cuts on his head. That means he got drunk and
He
fell.
fell.
Yep. In my mind, he's just always drunk and falling over.
Yeah, like I don't think he got extra drunk at the wedding. I think he got Charlie at the wedding.
That's funny. That's true.
Okay, so now Libby fake cries
Mhm.
and Becky
Flips
goes out to
out.
console her in her sequin long line blazer
Uh-huh.
for the business meeting of the family.
Mm-hmm. Very
And-
professional.
So now Charlie comes outside because he said F Andre.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Charlie was being really mean for no reason.
No, because he's Charlied.
Yeah, well, yeah, he is
perma-sloshed.
Charlie. He's just not nice. But you know what? Chuck knew this was going to happen. Why did Chuck have to tell him he came to me and asked me for $100,000?
Okay, he didn't have to tell him that, but also, why are we acting surprised? Because Andre already told them he was going to do that.
Yeah, that is very
They're like,
Andre.
what?
I know.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
I think that like I can't even be mad at Charlie for being drunk because he's like, I don't know, everyone was wearing sequins. The meeting is at 11 p.m. There's
Right.
champagne. Like, I don't know. I didn't know we were talking about real things. I thought we were gonna get wasted.
That's true. You are right.
He's like, look around, guys. So now he goes outside and Chuck is like, say sorry to your sister. And he's like, I'm sorry, but not really.
Right. I'm sorry, but
Yeah. She's like, there's no, I'm sorry, but he's like, well, I'm sorry, but not really.
right. I'm sorry if you're offended by what I said to you.
So Chuck makes them hug, and then Chuck says that he's gonna bring Andre in and tells Charlie that he has to squash the beef with him.
Yeah, of course he does.
Okay, so now Andre is home, and he said that the whole family spills crap out of their mouths. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's why I like him so
I like
much.
how they're, but here's the problem. The problem is that both her family and him, they're very defensive right away.
all the time.
They
Yeah.
always think the worst of each other. So now he has to meet with Charlie, and she said that the whole family was mad about the 100K. Now, Libby, here's the thing. I feel like, yeah, You make your husband fight with your family.
Yeah, Libby, all you had to do was go home and be like, okay, my dad said that you can work with him, but you have to make up with Charlie.
Right. Also, I
Over.
do have corona and I've spread it to my entire family.
Yes. Also, I'm a super spreader.
Yeah. And she's being like super dramatic. She's crying.
This is what she does. I like him so much better than her.
Me too. So now there's a flashback of, do you want to guess it?
The wedding.
In Moldova?
Uh-huh.
And now Andrea's like, listen, I just want to know, is he going to give me the money or not? It's like, or not. But
Yeah, probably not.
But also, yes.
Yeah, but you know he is. Eventually he will.
All right. Well, let's talk about Kehlani and Asuelu, who we didn't see a lot of in this episode.
We didn't see very much of them. But, you know, I have to tell you, I'm like watching her in this episode. She's very pretty.
I like her. I got to tell you, I kind of like her personality. I've always liked her personality.
So do I.
I like that she's just like very skeptical of everything. So she said that. So they go out for crepes.
Right. I want to come there.
Okay,
I
but
love
here's the thing.
crepes.
He's just another one of her kids. And you know that that's true.
Right. I know, but
he's been so good since I told him that after camp, we could buy a house.
who does she treat him like? Like the way you treat me much of the time.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm like, she was really good.
Yep.
And now she gets a treat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a crepe? And then also, I like, this is a very Noelle Tracey thing. They walk into the crepe place and he's like, oh, what's this? And she's like, you will like the egg one.
Yep.
You will like the breakfast crepe. And then he eats it like a monster. He speed eats this
He
crepe,
loves it.
but he's excited also because she picked the right crepe for him.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But I would also like whatever crepe you picked out for me as well. Mhm.
I know. I know what. Okay. So if I'm going to pick out a crepe for you,
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's just going to have chocolate in it, whipped cream, no fruit.
No fruit.
I feel like, I feel like it's just chocolate, like melted chocolate with whipped cream.
But I do really like
Mm.
a crepe with whipped cream
Mhm.
and like cinnamon sugar butter.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I really
Okay.
like that.
And
It
then, like,
doesn't
chocolate
always
to
have to
dip
be
it in.
chocolate, but I don't mind a chocolate. Like, you know how
Okay.
people have like Nutella crepes? Sometimes I
No.
feel like that's,
Okay. I know you don't like that.
yeah, that's OD.
Do you notice that I did not say that? Also,
Thank
I know
you.
that you're allergic to bananas.
No, I am allergic for real to
No,
bananas.
but like, so what do you think would happen? Like your mouth gets itchy, right?
I don't think that
You wouldn't anaphylactic.
I wouldn't anaphylactic. Tongue gets swollen,
Yeah.
throat gets itchy, lips swell like all the way.
It's an oral allergy. Yeah,
Yes.
I get like that, to be honest with you. Apples only with the skin on.
Really?
Oh, I can't hang. If
See-
an apple has the skin on, even if I eat an apple and peel it, it's fine. If it has just like a little piece of skin on it, no bueno.
That's so interesting. I just bananas and cantaloupe. I have that problem
Cherries.
with.
I have a big problem with cherries too.
I thought you loved cherries.
Oh, I do. I just get I get deep hives on my tongue.
I love cherries. Deep hives on your tongue. That sounds really a lot of fun.
I
It's
just
good.
now my mouth for hours and hours afterwards
Now I know why cherries give you a bellyache.
because I'm very violently
Wow.
allergic to them. Now, also, Kehlani, does she just have the same dress in every print?
Yes.
Okay.
She loves dresses, but you know what? She has very nice bras for her breasts.
She does.
I must
She's-
say, they're
listen,
not gross.
She has a lot of good foundation garments.
She does. Also,
that good?
foundation, her skin is very nice too.
No.
She's a pretty girl. She has great
Yeah.
hair.
I like her.
Mhm.
But her foundation is very light.
It is always very light. I know, but it's so smooth. I want my skin to be smooth like that.
Okay, well, I'll look into that.
Okay, thank you.
She tells him
Mm-hmm.
that she's like, by the way, today
Mm-hmm.
my sister's moving in.
But today, she waited till the day of.
Okay, but honestly, do you even blame her though?
I don't know.
You can't do anything about it.
But I would be so scared to tell him the day of.
I
'cause
wouldn't be
he's
scared
a
to tell him.
baby.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he's her child. It doesn't matter.
I feel like it's more of a pain in the ass with him, you know?
Well, they had left off on bad terms.
Yeah.
Colini and Asuelo.
Right.
And he's like, you know what? We're gonna start over with a fresh mint.
Mhm.
She's like, okay, well,
Fresh Altoid.
delish.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, listen, I know it's gonna be over soon because we're moving.
Right. Well, that's the thing. So he doesn't care. He really doesn't care.
He doesn't care. Also, he starts crying and he's saying that how he's changing. And this is what I like about her.
Yeah.
She's looking at him with her head tilted.
Because she knows he's playing the game.
Yes. He's playing the game all the way. And she's like, I don't know.
Also, she's not in love with him. That's
not.
really what it comes down to. And
She's
I
like,
feel
"Listen,
bad
I
for
love
her in that
him.
aspect.
He's my oldest son and I love him."
Right. She felt so much differently for him, like when they first met.
Yes.
Than she does
yes,
now.
because she thought that he would be like her husband, but now she
all
realizes
that, proud Samoa.
not. Now,
Yeah.
my favorite,
Uh-huh.
Natalie and Mike.
Again, I could have dealt with a season break.
Okay, but I'm excited. No, you can't deal with a season because everything's happening so quickly.
Well, everything is happening fast. Uh-huh.
So she gets some takeout food and wine for his 36th birthday. They're in Seattle and they're gonna sit in the lobby of the Holiday Inn.
But how am I older than all of these people? How? Am I just not an adult? Am I really not an adult? Like, what's the problem?
I think that the water in Squim has really aged him.
It has not been.
I think
time has not been kind.
I think
to
he
him.
drinks from the pond,
It's so crazy.
from the Blue Lagoon. Now, she got him some tasty food, and I'm
Right.
like, "Ooh, did she get him butter sticks?"
I
No.
want butter sticks.
She actually, I really like her language though.
Uh-huh.
Like the word she used. She goes, "I secretly found him sushi." What? You secretly found sushi?
Yeah.
Secretly?
Secretly.
All right. Also, why are they eating in the hotel lobby?
I know. Just go to your room.
Okay. Also, she makes a toast to him
Mm-hmm.
to his 36th birthday, and he says, "Amen." Did you mean a alien?
Yeah. A UFO. Right.
So then they talk about Thanksgiving. He's a really big fan of Thanksgiving. He's talking about all the food he's going to eat, and I think she's judging him all the way hard.
Oh, you know it. She doesn't even like him. She just wanted to get married to him.
Yeah, she just wanted to. No, she wanted to be in this state.
Yes.
States. She wants to go to Nevada because he used to live in Reno. She wants to meet his friends in Reno, and she's like, "Do you think they'll like me?" And he's like, "No."
He's so mean. But
Okay,
why
but-
is he like this?
To be
Like, I
honest
know
with you,
she's I
think because she's rude.
But
She's
still.
I think she's very rude to everyone she meets. He's like, "Yeah, you come off kind of harsh, and that's why you might not get along." And she says, "This is a quote. Maybe they
Mhm.
should not send naked pictures to you, and then I will be polite."
Okay, but what is that about?
Okay, well, she's biting her chopsticks and looking
Mhm.
him in the eyes as she does this. So he's like, "Well, that's scary." He walks away, and we find out that a girl from Reno that he says is friends with him sent him a picture of her boobs.
Okay.
So he's leaving without her, and he's gonna go home. And I love that how spiteful he is. He's like, "I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have drinks and take shots." And it's like, first of all, do you think you look cool, like, or are you just an alcoholic?
First of all, do you know how far away you are from home? Because we're in Seattle. You're like 3 hours from home.
Right. He's like, "I'm just gonna go home. I'm tired." Okay. Also, how is she getting back?
Right. You're not going to leave her there. You're going to go hotel hopping.
Yeah,
Come
you're gonna
on.
go down the road to the Best Western.
It just makes me mad because I feel like he acts like Asuelu in that way. Like you cannot say anything negative to him. That's how
can't.
he reacts. I would never be married to someone like that.
I would never be married to either of them, though. They shouldn't be married. They don't love each other.
Well, no, but no couples love each other, but if I had to pick one, I'd rather be married to Mike.
No couples in life or on the show.
I think on the show.
I think in life. Guys, we've been having a really good time with this. Make sure you check out Catfish Trash Talk. Also, I don't know if you know this. You might not know this. We have another podcast called Teen Mom Trash Talk. Also, we have a podcast called BS.
Mhm.
We have unexpected trash talk, 16 and pregnant trash talk. Check that all out on patreon.com/trash talk podcast. We also have 90 Day Fiance self-quarantine trash talk. This is all on Patreon, but the Catfish and the Teen Mom one, that's not on Patreon. That's totally open to the general public. But if you want to be a patron,
Mhm. A patron.
you get like a bunch. You get a bunch of stuff. Go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Also, we have stickers for sale. We have magnets for sale. And we also have for sale
Mhm.
2 episodes
Mhm.
that we did live of Darcy and Stacy covering the entire season. It's a live video show.
Hell yeah.
If you want to buy them, just check us out on all social media. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and Stereo. Noelle is at Noe Girl. Check out the show at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll see you next week. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.